Hi everybody, welcome to Exploring Foods with Smitty. So what I'm making today is the Olive Garden Zuppa Tuscan Soup. Now let me give you the story behind this soup. My nieces came out this summer and my one of the twins, Amali, kept saying, my mom makes the best soup. And I was like, really? So she said, you've got to try it. You'll really love it. So we waited around in 100 and something degree temperature for her to make this soup, and it was delicious. So what I am going to do is I'm going to make the soup. I wish she was here with me, but she's not, but she's here with me in spirit. So what I'm going to do is get my things together, and when I come back, we're going to be making the Olive Garden Tuscan Soup. Okay, so what I'm going to first start with is my kale. Because yes, the soup does take kale. Okay, I hope you can see. So what I'm going to do is I have my freshly washed kale. I washed it yesterday. And I really hate to make a lot of soup because it's just me, but hopefully one of my neighbors will take some in. So I'm going to take this, put it here, like so and like so. And you know how to do collard greens. Roll it up like so, and I got a knife here, and what we're going to do is cut. So what I'm going to get started with now is my onion. So let's get these in here. There we go. Now usually you would cut up garlic, but I had some garlic in the refrigerator that I was going to cut up and it was kind of moldy. So instead of cutting up garlic, I'm going to use already chopped garlic. So let's go to our next thing. Okay, so I have my potatoes all peeled, and what you're going to want to do, this is just a tip, whenever you're working with something that you're chopping up like potatoes or squash or something like that, you want to kind of keep them cut the same size, because if you do it that way, they'll cook evenly and you don't have to worry about having some that's done and some that's not. Now, I'm not the perfect cutting person, so my potatoes may or they may not be the same size, but I'm just giving you a little tip. So what I'm going to do is get these all cut up, hopefully the same thickness so that they'll cook the same. Okay, so there's my potatoes all ready to go in. Okay, so the next ingredient I'm going to use is Italian sausage. Now you can use, they have the ground up kind that you buy in the pack that looks like the sausage that you cook for breakfast. You can use that kind, or I decided to use this kind because I think it'll stay together better as far as when I'm cooking it. Now you can use different kinds of sausages with this. When my niece made it, we went to the store and we couldn't find Italian sausage. So she just bought regular breakfast sausage and made it, and it was still very good. So I'm going to keep on cooking this up, and when we come back, we're going to go to the next phase. Okay, so as you can see, the sausage is nice and browned. So what I'm going to use is a slotted spoon to take this out of here, so I can use the oil from the sausage to brown some of my other stuff. So let's take this out and put it in a bowl, like so. This is some butter. Just throw it in there. Let's get it all melted. This smells good already. And like I said, she was hell bent on us eating soup in the summertime at 100 and something degrees. And we sat and ate it and we loved it. So what I'm going to add in here now is my onions. So it could start to saute. So actually, I'm just going to go ahead and put in my kale too, because it says to add the kale in when you're putting in your potatoes, but I want my kale to have some flavor. So I'm going to put my kale in here and let it wilt down and saute also. Some already chopped garlic. You can chop your own, which I was going to do, but I wasn't having it. So. And if you're like me, I like lots of garlic. I don't know if that's too much for you, but for me it's not. So, I'm just going to go ahead and let this saute down, like so. And when we come back, we're going to be putting in our next ingredients. As I said, I want my kale to have a little flavor, and then, oh my God, if you could just smell this. Put a little salt in. And then put a little pepper in. And I'm just going to keep on stirring it around. As you can see, it's starting to wilt down. Okay, so right here we're going to add our chicken stock, which it says use 6 cups. And I don't know if this is going to take 6 cups in this pot. I might have had to use a bigger pot, but we'll see. Let's get this open. Okay. And this is fat-free chicken stock, which is good because it's going to be probably another lot of fat in here. So that's 1 cup. That's 2. That's 3. 4. 5. And then it says to add 2 cups of water. So there we go. There's our 6 cup of stock. 1. And there's our 2 cups of water. So what I'm going to do to this is I'm going to stir this around just so that it can get mixed. And I'm going to add my potatoes in. Let's put in my potatoes. So what I'm going to do is cover this and let this cook until the potatoes are done. And when they get ready, we'll be back. Okay, so my soup is boiling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my sausage back in here. Like so. Hopefully I got room for all of it. There we go. And when you make this, you may want to make this in a bigger pot because I hate to cook things crowded, and this is going to be crowded. And I've already taken out some of the chicken stock as it is. So what I'm going to add to this is 2 cups of heavy cream. This is my heavy cream. Let's get that in there. It smells so delicious. I could see why we ate this in 100 and something degrees in the summertime. Okay, so this is a 2 cup measuring cup, so I'm just going to fill this up. I'm going to add it. And then I have heavy cream left over for my chocolate. So I'm just going to put this in here. I'm going to let it cook. It says to season to taste, so I'm just going to let this cook first, and then I'll decide how much seasoning it needs. So when we come back, we're going to be eating soup. Okay, so I took the lid off and I'm giving it a stir. Oh my God, it smells so good. Okay, so as you can see, I'm sitting here waiting, and it'll be in just a minute. Okay, so the Tuscan soup is ready. I'm so excited. So what we're gonna do is garnish it with some Parmesan cheese. And some bacon bits. I kept wondering why I had all these bacon bits, and then I remember we bought some for the soup. So let's garnish it with some of that. My God, it smells so good. Okay, so here is my breadsticks all ready to go. And there we are. Tuscan soup and breadsticks. Let's take a taste. All I can say is God, it is so delicious. So, thank you for exploring foods with Smitty. While I finish this Tuscan soup and breadsticks, you all have a good day, because I'm gonna have one. Like, share, subscribe, and look out for more recipes.